Batman, and let's hear it.
All right, everybody.
All right, we're all getting out of this. It's only.
Oh, it's only me now. The whole show is mine. I'm not ready. No, I'm kidding. So I was told recently that the Batman project with Ben is still moving forward. They're still discussing certain aspects of what they want to do. The one overlying aspect, I mean, they've decided more Deathstroke, right? A more they want to go into Jared Leto stuff, but specifically one aspect of Batman's history that involves the Joker. And I'll say it again. You took something from me. Now I'm going to take something from you. That is what we tweeted earlier this week once I got the news. And that is part of the Batman proposition, the plot. That is what we're going with. All right. The big plot point is explaining what happened to Batman, who he lost, and how it turned him the way it did. It's going to lead into that damage tattoo and everything. So people, if you're really paying attention, you know exactly what that means. That's going to be a plot point for the project.
We're all coming back for this conversation now, and
yeah, you're coming back for this conversation.
Gonna get his
now you know
teeth smashed in.
I'm having some iced tea right now, but that tea was way more better.
Way more.
That was
I'm so shook.
Tea, man.
Yeah, I was told earlier this week that that they're moving forward with the project. They're definitely discussing which avenue they want to focus more on between Joker and Deathstroke. But key plot point that they want to discuss is is a not a prequel moment. I mean, it's that the show is not a prequel. The show is clearly going to be set after the Justice League. But there's going to be
flashbacks are a thing.
Plenty of flashbacks explaining Ben losing his moral compass. And who was his moral compass?
The crazy
little teenager.
One of his 11,000 children.
Oh my! Thank you.
That sounds like a really bad movie.
Child number 1, okay, not 11,000. He hasn't had like his giant family yet.
I mean, Taylor, he did go and quit.
Yes, I know this is the second Batfleck video I've done this week, but there's new information and I need to explain stuff to people that can't comprehend what happened before when Batfleck signed on to do additional photography and the Flash movie. But oh wait, the trades claim they had the scoop on that, even though everyone reported on it beforehand. So, what is good YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos at the 100,000 subscribe mark. I will be giving away something that is so darn cool. So make sure to subscribe with notifications on. Comment 50 times down below if you're excited for even more Batfleck. So, yeah, I can't believe I'm even having to explain the situation to you people. So, there was a story last night from The Cultured Nerd. I will put the link down below. Exclusive: Ben Affleck signs on for HBO Max, more films as Batman. Cool, okay, that's pretty transformative. It's pretty, standard. You can read it. And then there was an article The Culture Nerd did back in May-ish when it said AT&T and Warner Bros. Want Ben Affleck back as Batman, okay? That was inferring to additional scenes for the Snyder Cut and the Flash movie, which, got confirmed by a trade just before DC Fandom event, even though this article is literally referring to that. I know the article said something on the lines of the HBO Max, but that isn't what it was for specifically. But in that article, it did state that they want Batfleck back. Sources close to The Culture Nerd have informed us AT&T Warner Bros. Media want Affleck to return as Batman and also to resume work on something else. So there's some confusion. I'm seeing some tweets and stuff going, oh, so Batfleck signed on 25 times now. And then there's some people like, oh, we've got to wait for the trades. No, you don't have to. The trades are the last of the party. And even if a trade does confirm something, to me, I'm completely independent here. I don't care what the trades say, to be honest, because it's only really concurrently confirmed when there's a trailer at Comic-Con, so to speak. So, I really hope that's cleared some stuff up with you guys. There's conspiracy theory thinking that Batfleck is going to die in the Flash movie. to reset the multiverse or something like that? No, honey, that just sounds ridiculous. As we know it's going to happen with Ben Affleck Batman in Justice League 2, as Zack Snyder has explained that anyway. But it's a bit confusing to explain exactly where all this HBO Max stuff and what other roles he's going to appear in anyway is in which continuity and which timeline. So the video clip before we played the video pretty much was Taylor and Matthew from the Light Podcast explaining some stuff. So sources close to the Culture Nerd have confirmed Ben Affleck has signed on for more films as Batman, as well as his own HBO Max series. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave the other article down below so you can read both of them, because for anyone with any basic education, or anyone can understand something, the Culture Nerd website hasn't confirmed he's signed on twice. Right? The article said they're interested in signing him. Interested, and this one's like he's signed. There's a big difference. The news comes after exclusive from Vanity Fair in August confirmed Affleck would return to the cowl for Andy Muschietti's The Flash. Our sources have now confirmed Affleck intends to continue his role as the Dark Knight. And as far as I'm concerned, I heard this first from the Cultured Nerd website, which, as I keep saying, gets more things right than all the other websites, in my opinion, that I look at. Interesting, let's carry on. As he has signed to appear in an undisclosed amount of films featuring his version of Batman. It remains to be seen what these are, and this is pretty standard. It's the same with like the Brie Larson contract with her being Captain Marvel. She's signed to up to 7 movies, but no one knows what they are. They won't exclusively or explicitly say that what they are. We can also confirm part of signing includes the proposed HBO Max series, which we had previously reported was being considered. If Ben would be okay with doing it, with Affleck now on board for the HBO Max series, it's working on plot details. We can now say the big focus being looked at for the story is the backstory for Robin, how a losing boy wonder made Batman into the jaded individual we see in Batman vs Superman. You know the scene where Bruce Wayne is looking at the Robin, and clearly it's Joker that killed Robin. That is pretty much concurrently what they're on about. So Joker, Jared Leto's version of Joker at least, would be appearing in some capacity in this series. And obviously they've linked to a different article, which is, HBO Max wants Leto, Manganiello, and an original Batman project. So this is back in June. Wait, so this story's coming back out now again. So there's 3 articles you guys need to read, and essentially it says something like this. Sources close to the Culture Nerd have confirmed that HBO Max wants Ben Affleck, Jared Leto, and Manganiello for the original project. Wants. All they're confirming is it was wanting. It didn't confirm this story here. I swear some people don't read these articles. You can read a headline and it says wants in the headline. So guys, learn to read. This follows reports last week that AT&T and Warner Bros have Affleck to return as the Cape. Affleck is also in talks to return to the director's chair and to adopt his original script with Zack Snyder producer. I mean, this all makes sense. And then on the article, there's a post of Joe Manganiello verified Twitter account saying the original end credit scene, which he's recently spoke about in more depth. So this is pretty damn cool. It just basically means we're getting a lot more Batfleck going forward. And then it went on to say, with the Zack Snyder Cut coming out in 2021, news of Henry Cavill is closing in. Yep, basically, there's already been more news about Henry Cavill literally signing a new contract. It just has to come out via a trade. I really hate people waiting for trades, because like, why does the trade make it any more better? What? Because they've got big offices, I guess. Which is interesting. And I know this currently doesn't really add any validity to it, but it kind of does. Now we have Ray Fisher supporting it, pretty much, coming out saying Ray Fisher showed the dates of both his tweets towards the allegations against WB and the announcement of Ben Affleck to the role, which was intended to be at DC Fandom, and essentially it got leaked before that. So the Batfleck returning was supposed to be at DC Fandom, but apparently, allegedly, what happened was they leaked it to try and squash the Ray Fisher allegations. I've got to say the allegations because at the moment we don't know what's going on. And then the tweet was, unfortunately, the fake Frosty news was Jason wasn't the only PR tactic used to distract from seriousness of the Justice League situation. Ben returning as Batman was clearly meant to be revealed at DC Fandom. I'll give you one guess as to why WB jumped the gun. So, you know, the Ben Affleck situation's been there for such a long time. So I think there's clearly enough evidence to suggest that he is definitely coming back. And for some reason, the information was dropped early. But then some people get confused because, you know, the trade said it happening. But the same trades also said that Keaton was the only person coming back, even though the Cultured Nerd insinuated months ago that Ben Affleck was coming back, guys. So all I'm saying is stop sleeping on what the Cultured Nerd website and what Light Podcast says, because generally speaking, over the last couple of months, they have been pretty much on the ball for a lot of these things. Now, I know there's like lots of Twitter conspiracies and groups on Twitter that try to debunk everything they say, but let's be honest, guys, the Cultured Nerd have been right about so many things recently, to the point where why would you question them? They said Batfleck was coming back. He did. They said there was going to be additional scenes for Snyder Cut. There is. They said the Snyder Cut existed just like we did and many other people did. They did. So their track record is very good in my opinion. And if I didn't believe their sources, and if I didn't hear similar stuff from people I've been speaking to personally, then I would not talk about it like it's factual. Now, when this actually gets revealed officially from WB or Ben Affleck himself or whatever like that, we don't know, because obviously everything's been pushed back now. The Flash has been pushed back, Black Adam, and all this kind of stuff. And the Ben Affleck stuff, it's obviously going to be post Justice League Snyder Cut anyway, and obviously post the Flash movie anyway. So there's a lot up in the air, but it seems somewhat that this is somewhat true. And we are getting the HBO Max series with Joe Manganiello, with Jared Leto, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to explore the death of Robin and how Joker got the way he was. So it is pretty cool. So don't all them people saying that Ben Affleck confirmed that he was out. Did he though? He was just confirmed that project was done. But allegedly, that is more to do with Jeff Johns and John Berg. All them people that are gone now, because if you go back to Olivia Sweet, she said the Ben Affleck script for his original movie with Joe Manganiello Deathstroke is absolutely insane. Best Batman script that they've ever read. And then people are like, but Warstu, it really wasn't. Okay, well, why would they say that? And also recently, Joe Manganiello has come out and said Ben Affleck the Batman was cancelled even before the Justice League came out. And he alluded to the fact that before the Justice League movie even came out, they altered the scene as soon as the Batman movie was cancelled. He also alluded to the original scene, the end scene with Deathstroke, will be restored in the Justice League movie. So if you are a DC fan, it's such a good freaking time to be alive. More Batfleck, more Justice League. We've got Wonder Woman coming out. There's so many cool movies. So guys, stop arguing on Twitter over how often Ben Affleck's coming back, because he is definitely coming back. That is being confirmed, and he will be around. You know, his son loves him playing Ben Affleck Batman. He loves it, so he's not going anywhere. If you've seen him how, you know, Matt Damon and Batfleck, he was getting trolled saying Robert Pattinson stole your job. Can you see the shape Ben Affleck's in? I wonder why he's in very good shape. Is it because the fact he's going to be playing Batman for the next few years, potentially? I don't know. I'm just a little YouTube channel with a little voice. And, you know, we talk about stuff on here we find interesting. So like always, guys, check out the articles down below. Make sure to check out the Light Podcast. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Twitter, WarstuG, my smallest platform there is. I'm trying to grow it. Also, we've got a Facebook page on Facebook called Warstu. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.